Hello everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Conquest Dark. Today we are going to be playing our Frost Mage, but we're going to be focusing on a new artifact I unlocked. It's called the Shard of the Dying Star. This is a really cool item. So what's going to happen is your barrier begins recharging immediately and at twice the normal speed. And then when it reaches 100%, it's going to explode, dealing 5% damage multiplied by the amount of barrier you had. So we're going to try to get a pretty high barrier amount here. In order to unlock that, you need to get to level 15 here for Cult of the Coup. That's how you're going to get this. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to, I don't have like everything maxed out yet. Sadly, it's just the reality of how I play these games. I don't have the time to like grind out an infinite amount of things. So we'll do like shifting sands here. We'll do like a tier 5 run. So this is gonna be a slightly longer run than normal, but it should be manageable. We should be able to do this. So let's re-roll until we get something we like. This is actually pretty good. Lunar damage, critical hit chance. That's good enough for me. And then what's gonna be like, we could try to get all these extra proficiencies. I don't really need any of these though. Everything I'm going to use is going to be under like my proficiencies already with the mage that we're playing. So I'm actually just going to take this one and get the 100% barrier amount. And then we're going to be running ice shards. Ice shards is, like it's a decent weapon, I guess. But I usually like these projectile ones because they give you piercing. Like I'm going to get piercing and then we'll probably do extra projectiles. And that'll give us like a good chance to like freeze a lot of enemies, and it'll let us build up a lot of energy so we can do our power ability a lot. Okay, so right off the get, we'll do barrier amount, barrier recharge rate. We're not going to obviously be able to do anything yet until we get our shard that we need, the artifact. So for now, we'll build it up so when we have it, it should be kind of strong. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get teleport. That's going to be our movement ability. With teleport, we're going to be able to, every time we dash, we're going to get 50% of our barrier recharged. So that's great. Because every time, so basically if we time it right, every time we like dash onto an enemy, we should do the explosion. And then we'll just do a ton of damage to wherever we dash. Okay, we're going to do Frostfall. I like Frostfall because it hits a lot of enemies again, and we're gonna want to freeze like as many enemies as we can. It's gonna be like kind of the goal here: freeze enemies and then dash onto them. Okay, the low level stuff I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna try to get mostly legendaries, but we'll see. And I'm not gonna waste my rerolls on these either, so we'll skip that fragment actually. Ice shards, we're gonna go straight to piercing. So let's next. So we're gonna do the 3 pierce. Because the more enemies we hit, the more energy we replenish, and then the more often we'll do our falling stars. Okay, so we're gonna do damage to frozen, then chance to freeze. And then you can see these are longer runs. So this one's like a 17-minute one. We're gonna do tier 5 tiers here. So each tier is going to get more and more difficult. They did put out an update for this game. I believe it was maybe this morning. But they did make some of the monolith stuff easier, where like the health and damage bonuses aren't as much anymore. And they did buff a lot of spells and weapons. So I'll be curious to see like what some of those look like now. Because they probably buffed like maybe 10 to 15 different spells. Okay, so for our passive ability, we're going to go with arcane missiles. We're going to shoot out 2 arcane missiles at random every 3 seconds. These are nice too because everything we pick ideally is going to be doing lunar damage. Okay, so I don't want to like skip too many of these, so eventually I might have to use my reroll points, but okay, for Frostfall, we're gonna do the attack reach. That kind of gives it like a little bit bigger of a attack area. Okay, let's do damage to frozen again. I don't have any gear yet either, which is kind of a bummer. Like, I at least want to see blue stuff. That's why Treasure Hunter is like a decent one. If I see blue, then I can pick up the blue and I can at least do the maximum or the rarity reroll. But I don't want to do that from common because that costs too much. But I do want to try to make sure we get as much legendary as possible. I've been trying to upgrade. There's a meta progress for it too, and I've been trying to put as many points into that as I can also, because I mean, obviously it's really good to get get legendary items all the time. And even after you get all your gear, like even getting the legendary drops is still pretty good. Let's do more barrier, because then you can, once you get full gear, then you start like upgrading the stats on your gear individually. And if you get legendaries, it'll upgrade like multiple stats at one time instead of just doing like one or two, or instead of just doing one. These guys, I don't like the projectile guys in these games are a little annoying because sometimes their projectiles are really hard to see and they can do a lot of damage when they hit you. So I'm just gonna kind of go in like a circle rotation here and see like what we can do. I'm gonna target this guy so I make sure that I hit him all the time. Okay, hopefully this guy will drop a blue or a legendary. Okay, so we're gonna get teleport here. Teleport and regenerate 50% of your maximum barrier. And then once we get our relic, then we'll be able to start doing the explosions. Alright, let's do... Oh, this actually is not a bad one. Let's do the rerolls. Rerolls in this game are like, they're really important because you can use these, obviously not only to reroll, but you need your rerolls to upgrade your maximum, to do the maximum gear level. Like if you want to upgrade the rarity. Okay, see, we did get another common, which is a huge bummer. Okay, let's do projectile amount. Let's do... We don't have any movement ability damage, so we're not going to do that. Damage to... I'm just going to skip this because I'm about to just spend a lot of... Okay, let's do this one, and then let's do the projectile amount. I'm about to spend a lot of rerolls here on this. I'm gonna spend 8 here. Okay, for this one, let's see. This one's a pretty good one. Barrier amount, arcane orbs. We could do arcane orbs too. Critical hit chance, instant attack, barrier amount. And both of these have the 2-step bonus for movement, so I guess I just have to see what I want more. I guess it's resistance piercing or critical hit chance. Those are really... they're both arcane, they're both lunar abilities. I think we'll go with arcane orbs. And then we'll do the critical hit chance. Yeah, so both of these are going to be, like, these are all going to be lunar abilities, so we'll basically keep, like, everything in lunar damage. Alright, let's go with all damage. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do Shatter. Your criticals are super. We could do, like... Frostfire is a cool idea, but we'll do like a separate build for that. So we are going to do a reroll here, and I'm just going to get Shatter when that one shows up. So when an enemy afflicted with freeze dies, it shatters. Oh, sorry, we didn't get... I totally forgot. Okay. For some reason, I thought we already got that. No, okay. We're doing Shard of the Dying Light. Obviously. Okay, so now you see whenever we dash, we do like this explosion. I don't know why. I thought for some reason we had already gotten it. Because you do get multiple relics in this game. I guess it's probably just because I was playing this game before. So now you can see whenever we do this dash now, or at least whenever the barrier gets to 100%, it'll do an explosion. Okay, well, let's keep doing barrier mount, because the more barrier mount we have, the more damage it's gonna do. So we'll get Shatter next. Shatter's next. And then you kind of want to dash like on the outside of enemies again, because I don't think it's like I don't think it's very helpful to dash like into them. Because you basically lose all your shield and you're very prone to being like one hit to losing a life. So kind of want to try to avoid that as best as you can. All right, so let's do... We can do this one, and then let's do Chance to Freeze. Okay, so this is nice, because now I can upgrade this to Rarity and not have to do it twice, so let's do that. Execute Arcane Missile, Concentrated Shot. Man, I don't know which one is... I wish I could see, because I don't remember which one. There's one that's like a lunar. I don't know if it's Concentrated Shot. I don't think it is. Chance to Freeze with lunar damage, critical hit chance, resistance piercing. So I'm eventually going to get the 2-step bonuses for both of these anyways. I'll probably go with this one. I don't know. I think we'll go with this one. And I guess we'll just get Execute. This one's going to have the extra projectile pierce, which is great. Chance to spawn healing soul, okay, but then extra barrier mount. And then we'll get our movement charge bonus, so we'll just get that right away. Okay, I kind of forget what Execute does, so let's see what this does. Every 1 second, deal primal damage up to 3 random nearby enemies. To injured nearby enemies. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's just basically random damage. Okay, then Arcane Missile. Let's do damage to Frozen. Oops. Okay, so now that we have our 2 dashes, that'll be helpful. Okay, let's do the extra barrier amount. I like just all these like weird, interesting builds you can do with like this game, you know? Like just a dash build where you're just gonna dash and explode. Like they do a really good job of like making all these cool things that can combine together. I'm really interested to see like what more they're gonna add. All right, let's do barrier mount, barrier recharge. So that maxes that out, so no more barrier. I don't know what the max amount of barrier you can get is. We might be able to get more, but we'll probably have to get it from gear. Okay, so he's dead. So unfortunately, that's a low-level piece of gear there. Let's do critical hit damage. All right. This one I might do like crit chance. Or I could do the extra, I could do lunar damage on this. Okay, let's do... I'm gonna skip this. Okay, now we're gonna get Shatter. Okay, now we're gonna get Shatter. When an enemy afflicted with freeze dies, it shatters, so let's get that. Then I'm gonna skip this gear again. I hate skipping like gear so much because I only have 2 pieces right now. But I also don't want to get stuck with like commons. We'll do like if the next gear piece shows up isn't anything I want, then we'll just start taking, because I mean we only have so much time here. It's not like I have an unlimited amount of time to just get all this legendary stuff. I think we're just gonna have to... I'm just gonna do the 1 upgrade here. Okay, so let's do... Man, I was hoping to get the other set. Pierce, instant attack chance, critical. This I'm actually gonna reroll. Waste my last and only point there. Like this is the bonus I want to start trying to get to. Okay, we'll probably go with this one. Barrier recharge rate, and then we'll try to get at least another piece of the cultist so I can get that freeze, and then the proc chance will be good too. Pierce, chance to spawn healing movement. Let's go with this one though. Okay, let's do... We could do the movement recharge rate, or I could go with like projectile amount. Let's do projectile amount. There's a lot of projectiles in this build. So yeah, like I want to start doing like, I really want to start doing like the higher end stuff here. I'm gonna try. Like I'm gonna try to like get there. I'm gonna try to grind this game as much as I can when I have time. But again, like the reality is, it's just I don't have as much time as some like other content creators have to like grind this game. So I'm always gonna be like, I mean that goes for like every game. I'm always just gonna be like a little bit behind, which is definitely a big bummer. But again, that's just the reality of where I am in life. Like I can't just grind. Like I want to play one of the games like I really want to do more of was Death Must Die. But that game is a grind, because if you want to do like specific things, you need to grind gear. Like there's like uniques in those games, and you need to grind so much to get the gear that you need to do stuff, and that's really like that's really hard for me to do. So like I kind of feel like I dropped that game earlier than I want to, just because again I don't have I can't. Okay, let's do this one. We could do power ability damage. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna take this. Just so I can finally start getting like these bonuses too. Chance to spawn a healing, barrier amount. Okay, we'll go with this one, and then we'll get that proc chance. Chance for rare items though. No, let's commit to the barrier. Oh, another piece drops. Awesome. Okay. How many more pieces do I have? Just one more? All right. I think I'll skip this one. Let's see. Resistance, attack reach, Yeah, I'll skip this one because this one doesn't really have the stuff I want that much anyways. So we'll skip that one. We'll see if we can at least get like a blue. This one's kind of annoying because this one we have to destroy like these shield bearer guys in order to get to the boss. Okay, let's do damage to frozen. Oh, legendary piece, yes. Thank you. Okay, so for this one, let's see. Instant attack, crit hit, barrier amount, crit hit damage, instant strike, counter throw. Quick strike, chance to... This one, I think we'll go with this one, but counter throw again, not like something I want, but I do only have one reroll. So I think we'll just go with this one. We'll get our... Oh, I already have the 3-set bonus for this one. Maybe I do reroll then, because I don't think I have the 3-set... Or I guess I can't get the... I have the 2-set bonus. What do I have? I'm trying to... Let's look real quick. Okay, so I have that. Oh, I need the 2... Yeah, I need the 2-set bonus for this one. All right, maybe I do reroll then. Maybe I do reroll and I try to see if we can get that 2-set bonus. Okay, so concentrated shot. Okay, that actually works out okay. We don't get the barrier, but we do get an extra... At least we get a different passive ability. We'll get the chance to freeze, and then projectile amount's good. Critical... Like, these are all good. We lose out on that shield, but at least we get that extra bonus. And we get the extra passive, which is huge. Oh man, she just got her shield up just in time. Okay, so down she goes. Okay, so we'll do the barrier amount here. Let's do barrier amount. Let's do all damage. Yeah, let's do all damage. Okay, let's upgrade. I guess we'll do this one again. Okay, so now we start getting into like the hard category here. So this is like the extended run now. So now we're going to be at tier 4. Okay, we'll do damage to frozen. Okay, resistance. Okay, so that's kind of a bummer. I guess we'll just go... They're all the same. Let's just do... Or we could just... No, I'll just do that one. I don't really need to skip much anymore. Let's do ability damage to elites. This is why, like, freeze is nice for, like, these events. Sometimes it's a little more challenging with some of the other ones. Okay, let's upgrade projectile amount. That's one of my favorite ones. All right, let's do critical hit damage. No, let's do the movement charge read. Let's just like we'll fully, you know, we fully commit to things here. Okay, let's do barrier mount 900. My guess is the barrier maxes out at 1,000. These ones stink. Primal resistance, primal damage. I do have this primal damage. Let's go with primal resistance, I guess. It is super satisfying, like, dashing into a group and then just killing them all. Okay, let's do... We're not going to get any more of the shields from that level up anymore, so just kind of work on other things. Damage to elites, solar damage, critical hit damage. Next boss here. Obviously, we'll try to be like a little careful. We'll just keep attacking on the outside. Let's do the movement charge again. Wow. Just blasted her right there. All right, let's do... Oh, man, these ones stink again. Let's do, I guess, resistance piercing. Okay, let's do... Oh, man, this might be a skip. Okay, so now we're on the final tier, tier 5. Uh-oh, gotta get out of there. Okay, let's do... Let's keep going with that one. Like I said, let's like commit to the build here. Let's go with the recharge stuff. Recharge, barrier mount. The more I can dash, the better. Doing a good job freezing everything too. Okay, caravan. Where's that at? Oh, what? What? Like the caravan, I think the caravan does like massive damage sometimes. I don't know if it's the caravan, but sometimes like I'll just randomly like lose like a ton of lives if I like get hit by the caravan. I think it's the caravan, or maybe I just happen to got hit by something else like in its way. But that caravan can be. I think the caravan can be deadly. All right, let's go get our rewards. All right, let's upgrade. Oh, that's a lot. Let's get the. I'm always gonna take the new stuff. So. All right, let's do power, ability, damage. All right, let's do. You know, like I can maybe do this one now. I did lose 2 lives. We may or may not lose more. Okay, so now we just need to survive the last 2 minutes. All right, let's do all damage. Let's do critical hit chance. All right, let's do critical hit chance, attack speed, resistance. I'm gonna re-roll here and see if we can get a barrier. Barrier amount, projectile pierce. This one's, wow, this one's all 3. Yeah, this one, we'll go with this one. Barrier amount, critical chance, and instant attack. All right, let's do damage to stun, because I know that's going to be a build coming up here. Man, these guys are quick. These guys are on top of me, just deplete. Oh no! Another life lost. These like thief guys, they're fast, whoever these guys are. They keep depleting my shield, so I can't like build it up all the way now. So I'm not fast enough. They're faster than me. I mean, luckily I can kind of freeze them, but still. We only have like a minute left. Let's go. Okay, let's do. Again, we'll commit to that. Okay, we got this. Only 8 more seconds. Ta-da! Okay, cool. So we cleared a tier 5 run. Did lose a couple lives, but, you know, no biggie. That was a pretty good run. So nothing, like, we didn't unlock anything here. I mean, really nothing. We got some new runes, but that was it. Um, Damage per, that's a lot. Damage per life lost. There's got to be a build in there somewhere too. Increased effectiveness for primordial runes, and then that was really it. So there we go. That's the shield build. I like it. I'm sure there's room there too to refine it and make it a little bit better. And then I definitely need to like grind more resources and get everything up to level 10, upgrade my runes and stuff. So again, but that's the reality of this channel. I can't put in as much time as some other people can, so I'm always going to be a little bit behind, but I try my best. But that is going to be it. That is our shield barrier explosion build. Really awesome, really fun to play with too. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.